Court, the movie podcast. Where's Sean? Come on, Michael.
And Michael.
Watch shit, talk shit, and most importantly, eat shit. We are the law.
And guess what we saw?
Saltburn.
Saltburn.
Oh, hello. We saw Saltburn.
And wow, what a movie indeed.
Written and directed by Emerald Fennell.
Emerald Lagasse. Let's take it up another notch. Let's make a movie.
Boom.
Boom, I made a movie called Saltburn.
Does he sound like that?
I don't know. He's gotten older and,
Yeah.
he's
He's starting
struggle.
to sound like that.
Yeah, exactly like that. Emerald, we love you and shout out.
Hey, come back on the show.
Yeah.
If you go back to some of the early episodes, we watched some 70s porn with him.
Yes, he loved that.
And he brought his own.
Yeah.
We were like, hey, we're just here to watch Disney's Cars 3.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, hey, boom, here's nice. Look at the tits on that one. We're like, oh, okay,
wow.
not cool.
I'd like to fuck that car. I was like, okay, all right.
Hey, where's the gas hole on this fucking car?
I got some fuel for it. It's diesel.
It's diesel nutshole.
Well, yeah, I like that.
Spoiler
Diesel's
alert.
good.
So, Michael,
Yeah.
before we get into the plot of Saltburn,
Saltburn.
I want to ask you, did you like this movie?
Let me think about that one. There were elements. There were elements in the movie.
Yeah,
Lots
there
of
absolutely were elements. Yeah, it was made up almost entirely
Things,
of parts.
Parts, people,
Yeah.
lighting, visuals.
And how did you feel they came together?
They definitely came together.
They did come
but
together.
As a whole, perhaps not my type of thing, but hey, it was a movie.
It was it's absolutely a
There
movie.
was a runtime, and it was written by someone, and
Yeah.
I like that.
Why are you being so kind to this movie?
I don't know. I didn't really enjoy it. Well, no, that's not right. I didn't think it was a good movie, but I did enjoy it because it
Yes.
was batshit crazy.
Yes.
That's what I meant to say.
I agree with that.
I've been struggling with this pod already because as you saw with the intro, where I couldn't even say my name.
Yeah.
I'm having the similar experience I had with Cats.
Yes.
Where I leave just in sheer disbelief and I'm just like, where am I on? What am I high as hell? Like, it was crazy.
It's one of those movies where I'm not sure which parts are supposed to be how or what.
Yeah.
Like, I can't. It's like there's tons of parts that it's like, wait, is that supposed to be funny or is that supposed to be what? Or is it supposed to be like, oh, we're doing something that's both?
Yeah, I don't really know.
Throughout, I can't tell what is supposed to be what.
It was a bit odd.
There were a lot of times when I was laughing and I felt like, oh, I probably shouldn't laugh at this part.
Yeah.
Or maybe I should.
Well, I felt really good because the lady at the end of the row she kept chuckling at the same
good.
stuff, and I was like, good.
Good, she's
we're
okay.
Not, yeah, we're fine here.
It's from the maker of, what is it called? Oh, Promising Young Woman.
Yeah.
Which I will tell you about.
Yeah, I never saw that.
Has a very similar tone.
Interesting.
The main character is played by Carey Mulligan,
Okay. Oh,
who you may remember as
the
some
lady in this movie.
Yeah, as some lady in this movie.
I've seen her before.
Yeah, she's in tons of stuff.
I didn't know what.
She's in Drive.
Oh, that makes sense.
She's a real human being and a real.
She's
hero.
a real hero.
So this podcast is not about a promising young woman,
No.
but it's good to know a little backstory on
Context.
Emerald Fennell. Promising Young Woman is a rape revenge movie.
Oh, dang.
It's about a woman who gets raped and then she's having revenge on rapists.
Yes, I remember the.
But her revenge
trailer.
is to make them feel bad, sort of. It's like,
Wow.
you've been bad.
You've been naughty.
And then they go, aw. And then at the end, you're never going to watch
That's
this
it?
movie,
She
right?
doesn't kill them?
No.
What? I thought she was going to kill him. Dang.
Then at the end, spoiler alert, she has a plan to kill her actual rapist. And instead she just gets killed.
Oh, that's sad. Dang.
But it's honestly truly hard to tell if the movie is like making a comment about the fact that like the rape culture is so pervasive that there's nothing to be done about it.
Yeah.
Or if you're trying to be unkind, you might think that the director just thinks that that is the way it should go. It's not entirely sure because it doesn't seem especially sad. It just seems sort of like bleak.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like, wait, does this director think that she deserved it for dressing? It's like, was this made by an insane misogynist who changed their name to be a woman's name so that they could make this movie? I truly have no idea.
That's wild.
Like, if you watch a movie like Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer about a serial killer, at the end you're like, wow, that serial killer was bad.
Yeah, a bad person.
Who the fuck knows? And in Saltburn too, it's like, well, who is... Everybody sucks. I hate everybody.
Yeah, they all are awful.
I hate every single person.
Yeah.
No one is trying to be likable.
It's very interesting.
And some of them are trying to be like camp bitchy.
Yeah.
Like there's almost every character is sort of campy bitchy.
Yeah.
Like, you suck.
Yeah, horrible.
Meow.
Meow. Yeah, everyone's meowing.
But like not necessarily campy enough to be fun.
Yeah.
It's not like they're so deliciously bad. There's only in the very end do they reveal that someone has been deliciously bad.
Delicious.
The whole spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
There will be spoilers.
Yeah.
Only in the end do they reveal that someone has been deliciously bad the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
And you go, oh, we could have had fun this whole movie?
Yeah, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. You're telling me this whole time someone had an evil plan?
Sometimes when people pick that like format of like, oh, I'm telling a story at the beginning, and then like the way they reveal it, you're like, oh, it would have been more fun if we had watched it just like, oh, we know this person's just sinister.
Yeah.
But you just get this weird... creepy vibe from the person the whole time.
Yeah, but it's weird because Barry Keoghan plays Keoghan. If you are from Ireland or are married or even divorced from a person from Ireland, please let us know if it's Keoghan or Keoghan.
Keoghan.
That's if he's Swedish.
Yeah, Keoghan. Or if he's in Street Fighter. Keoghan. Sounds like an attack. That'd be pretty cool, actually. Think about
Jacob Lordy.
Oh, Lordy.
Richard E. Grant. Rosamund Pike.
Rosamund Pike. Talk like that.
Rosamund, I wasn't Gone Girl. Do you remember the only other movie I was in?
Yeah, she's one of those people, I know she's been in more stuff. I cannot place what it is.
Do you know that in about a month and a half, you'll forget even that I was in this movie?
You won't even remember.
And then you'll be like, oh, you know how the woman in Gone Girl isn't in any other movies? And you'll look it up and you go, Saltburn? I think I saw that. But
I don't even know, but
I don't. Saltburn, I barely know her.
Saltburn? I barely even know her. That's so stupid.
But there are so many good parts of this movie. We have to we begin with positivity.
Yes, we like to.
I mean, we didn't yet, but now we begin.
We plant the seeds, but we choose whether or not we water them.
Yeah,
you know?
And these are going to be some happy seeds.
Oh yeah.
First of all, tweet at us at FoodCourtcast with your thoughts on Saltburn.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
On this episode of Food Court, we're going all the way down to Nashville, Tennessee, and we're talking about Saltburn. If you like to burn and you like to salt, you're going to love Barry Keoghan in Saltburn. Saltburn. Saltburn.
Every time we say something negative about it, Saltburn.
Saltburn.
That's a good attack.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh, if you burn... If you get salt in your eyes and stuff... I did a salt burn on me. The salt burn attack is they make you forget the last movie you watched.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh no, it got me the salt burn. Wait, what did
I just erased every moment of my entire life.
But there's so many good parts.
There's so many great parts, and I have to go with the best part.
You're gonna go with the beef lamb gyro?
The beef lamb gyro with
The
a little
beef.
bit of a salt burn on it, if you will. Ceviche. Cook it with the
You cook it with the salt
lime
burn.
juice and
You
put
salt
lots
burn
of
it.
salt on it. And I'm gonna have to say the dad.
Do you have one?
The dad is my favorite part. He's
Richard
just,
E. Grant.
Richard. He is so good. He rules in this. He's just like a perfect little character guy.
Yeah.
And he says little funny things. There's a part I think it's he gets excited about wearing like armor. He's like, "Oh, darling, I can wear my suit of armor." And it's just so funny. Like you don't hate him as much, even though he's like a rich dude. But
it's interesting because he truly seems like the only one who gets it.
Yeah.
Now maybe he's the only one who doesn't get it.
True.
And maybe everyone else is like sort of annoying and bad because that's the intention of the movie is for them to be sort of boring.
Yeah.
And annoying and bad. And Richard E. Grant's just like, well, I can't do... Wait, you want me to be...
To do what?
Annoying in a movie?
Oh, I can't do that.
I'd rather be, I don't know, funny.
Can't I be funny?
No. And Emerald's like, no. Be sort of sexy, and that's it.
That's it.
Could you be sort of sexy?
Sort of, yeah.
And not really doing anything, nothing behind the eyes.
No, nothing there at all.
Not really moving your hands
Just be
especially
kind of
much.
annoying.
And that's the main... Okay, but we're not talking about how things are bad.
I loved him.
We're talking about Richard Grant.
I thought he was great. There's a big spoiler part.
Big spoiler.
After a main character dies, they're trying to like close the curtains because the coroner's wheeling the body past the house, and the butler's like trying so hard to pull these red curtains, and he's like, "God, just fucking do it!" Like he just gets so frustrated.
Close the bloody curtain.
I love it.
I don't know. Actually, knows what it says,
then-
but it seems like he would say, "Close the bloody curtain."
Close the bloody curtain, and the one kid wants to leave, but he's like, "Sit down and eat your pie." It's crazy.
He's definitely not eating pie.
No.
There's no pie on the. He doesn't even know
Meat
what foods
pie.
are. He's great.
Yeah, he does a great job. I liked him. Every scene he was in, I was just watching him go.
Yeah.
This guy's good.
This guy's good.
I wonder
Hey,
what he'll
Richard,
say.
just get the word around.
Get in there.
Get the word around to the other people in the cast.
Hey, yeah.
They forgot.
They forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of that.
It is a lot.
Okay, but we're talking about the good
Oh, right,
parts.
yeah.
We're here talking about the great parts
What
of
was
Saltburn.
your favorite part of this picture?
My beef
Your
lamb gyro?
Yeah.
My beef lamb gyro is like 70% bad, which I'll get to after I talk about the 30% good.
Yes.
Spoiler alert, for real this time.
Oh.
One of our main characters, Felix, has done an overdose, and he's dead.
He's dead.
Near the
Maze, the Minotaur.
Yes, near the Minotaur.
In the center of the maze.
And he is dead. He has been buried. And our other main character, Ollie, misses him.
A lot.
He goes and he lays on the dirt, the not even packed dirt
No, it's
that
raining.
was on his grave, and
It's
it's
wet.
raining, and he's sad and he's crying. And he's crying for a long time. And then eventually he takes off his shirt
Yeah.
and he's crying some more. And then finally he does what I was hoping he would do. And he pulls down his pants, revealing his buttocks. And he puts his penis into the dirt. And he begins to fuck the dirt.
Which cannot be good for your penis hole.
It cannot be
You
good.
do not. Rule number 1, honey. You do not fuck the fresh grave of your crush.
Your crush.
Your crush.
That's my favorite part.
It was wild. I did not expect that.
I totally expected it, and then I was glad it finally happened.
Well, I didn't expect it, like, from frame one of the film.
Oh.
I mean, as soon as he's laying on it, you're like, oh, God,
he's gonna
this
fuck it.
psycho. I mean, he's the same guy who slurped up jizz from the
That's another part I liked. There's Felix has taken a bath where he's been wanking it.
Wanking, which I gotta say, if I shared a bathroom that anyone could walk in, I would not be in the center tub just jacking off.
If I was that guy, I would be. If I was that hot, I'd be jerking off publicly all the time. What would people do?
Let me leave this door
They'd
cracked.
be like, oh, thank you. Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for jerking off in a tub.
He's just like us. He's just like us, Oliver.
Hello. Oh, look at Felix. He's jerking off in a tub. Just like I used to jerk off in a tub when I was a little boy.
When I wanted,
get out of here.
Yeah,
Go clean the chimney, you
filthy
fuck.
animal.
Oh, I just wanted to watch him jerk off in a tub. I'm sorry.
It's like the scene in Home Alone, and he's like, "Hey, you stupid kid, get out of here!" I do wish they had Ollie watching the main guy, the whatever his name, I don't know anyone's name, Felix jacking off, and then Oliver starts jacking off, but then he makes a sound, and Felix goes, like, looks at him, and he's like, that wasn't me. He's like, that would have been a nice little.
And then he stops, and he's perfectly still, and all you see is his penis through the door.
And he goes, he goes,
he slams the door on it.
My fucking dick. That would be crazy.
But once the bath has ended, Ollie goes in and slurps up some of the bath water, which is one, bath water.
Yeah, soap filled.
And also, two, has sperm in it.
Oh, it's gross.
It's very gross.
Oh, and he's like tongue in the drain.
Yeah, he's
it's
like,
I was like, vile. That is
it's
vile.
Really gross.
Disgusting.
But that kind of stuff is the stuff that I like. The stuff in this, like, there's so few things that make you feel anything.
True, that is true.
And so much of it is just, like, trying to be bad.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, aren't we bad?
We're baddies.
Oh, look at this. Well, look at this. It's bad.
You're poor. You're never going to be here in our club. Okay.
Yeah. And then, yeah.
Yeah.
But it can't all be good.
No, I did like seeing some mixed race representation.
That's true.
But they're always kind of annoying. I don't know if that's just like me seeing my self-reflected. I'm like, ugh, get out of here. Like Scream. They had the two mixed kids. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Y'all are kind of annoying.
They are annoying.
But it's great to see, and
yes.
I'm proud of that guy. He's very tall.
He's so tall and handsome.
Yeah, he's got a great future
Tallness.
ahead of him. Yeah,
he's got great beak.
I like when he was dressed as that donkey and or horse or whatever, and he was like, "Guess who?
Mm-hmm.
It's me again."
But there's so many other great things about this movie.
It's shot well. I will say it's pretty. It's very pretty.
It is. I will say it's another one of those like 30% good, 70 or like 12% good, 98% bad, 88% bad. There's lots of things that look really good.
Yeah.
But very few of them cohere.
Yeah.
It's like every once in a while there's like this cool like commercial for I don't know, a car or cologne or something. And you're like, oh, cool. That looks cool. And then it's rave. Like,
that's like a syndrome of like, this isn't even an indie film because I'm sure it had a lot of funding, but like that like indie vibe, those like red, blue lights flash, you know, it has a lot of scenes. Or like the part where the sister's like pouring wine for it. It's like these visuals where you're like, this feels so like check it off the indie checkbook. Yes. Like, it's very interesting when that happens. But it is, it's well shot, but it's a little disingenuous, I'll go ahead and say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does feel... I think my problem is I just didn't feel very much.
Yeah, I didn't feel much
and that is
either.
that is truly why the really fucked up stuff was my favorite part. Is because
like, oh,
like a lot of the times there were subtly funny things.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, like
What's a delight?
it's like the mildest of satires of the rich.
Yeah.
The like tiniest of teeny satires of the rich.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Why don't we have an extravagant dinner?
Yeah.
Oh, they're really getting the rich
Yeah,
here.
they're really getting
But there's so many scenes where it's like, I think they're trying to do a thing here.
Yeah, I think there's something going
There's
on.
so many touchstones in it. Like, obviously,
Yeah.
the Talented Miss Ripley is the most obvious one, where it's like, this guy's faking it, and you know he's faking it. You don't entirely know how much he is faking it.
But then you're like, oh, he's faking it a lot.
He's faking it a lot.
That
but
was
even
a nice kind of reveal.
yes, I like that reveal.
Yeah, they reveal that Ollie's been lying about his family.
Yeah.
And like, because Felix takes him, he's like, I got a call from your mom. She sounds like she's doing great, because Oliver had told him that his mom was like in a crack den or something.
And his dad's dead.
Dad's dead. And they even did this ceremony where they throw a rock, which that was a funny bit where the rock didn't land in the water.
Oh,
It
yeah,
landed on
that's
like
pretty
some
good.
vomit or something.
Yeah,
There's
that
a lot
happens.
of vomit in this movie.
Yeah.
But not
big
like
puke movie.
a lot like projectile, just
No.
like little moments.
Just,
of vomit.
Yeah, just hanging around.
Yeah, hanging around, forcing yourself to vomit up the poisoned
Yeah.
drink you just had.
Spoiler alert.
Poison alert. Poison alert.
Poison alert.
What? That's what he needed. Felix needed that
Yeah.
before he drank that.
Spoiler alert about the poison that Felix drank and died.
It is a good test of like how much do you have sympathy for people you just cannot relate to, because they are just like rich, hot people, and even the way they talk's like annoying. Like, oh, don't come near me. You're like, oh, gosh, shut up.
Ollie, it's so wonderful.
But he's such a
you.
creep that you're like, don't care about him getting what he wants to. It's weird. That guy, I feel kind of bad for, because he gets kind of typecast as just
He's
like
only a
evil, creepy people.
Though, I will say, I like him much more as an evil creep in the other movies.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's so sinister and scary.
Yeah.
In this, he's just kind of like, oh, yeah, me, I just like to lick up bathwater.
He's like sheepish, but pretending to be sheep. It's just weird. I think if we had, again, like been clued in a little bit on like, oh, wait, he's a little bit off.
Yeah.
Like if he had been really cruel to that. So there's a guy early on who's like, I mean, probably Asperger's or something. Like very, like, I know numbers. Tell me a sum. I did like that scene where he's like, give me a sum. I'll do it. I'll figure it out. And he doesn't tell him, and he goes, give me a sum. Like he like loses it. It was really nice. But I wish he had like been really cruel to that guy, so it gave us a little like, oh, this guy's got some bite to him. Something's up.
Yeah.
It
You're just
didn't-
kind of watching people do things in rooms.
Yeah.
And there's almost never music to like lift it up in any way.
Yeah. It's
Oh
just-
no, I thought of another good thing.
Uh-huh.
The opening credits are kind of cool.
Oh,
With, like,
yeah,
this
the
kind
weird
of sort of hand drawn or maybe
animation.
fake hand drawn. I mean,
yeah, I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
I think the text looked really like hokey at first, like the
it looked
white
like
text.
a Christmas movie.
Yeah, I
which
was
was
like,
very strange.
This is odd.
Very
but,
strange choice.
Yeah, when it animated, it was
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Ah,
Is there anything else good?
I'm trying. There were, I had some moments. There were moments where I was like,
Yes, there were a lot
weird.
of moments like that.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, oh, that's kind of clever.
yeah, but nothing that comes to mind.
No, nothing memorable, just like mildly clever.
Yeah, mildly. Yeah. I thought it was mildly clever.
I will say it isn't as like for me as morally objectionable as Promising Young Woman.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
like that, I came out of it feeling like, ugh. So I don't know. I don't know if I like this director.
Yeah.
Seems like they're a bad person.
That happens sometimes. You're just like,
And this one, it was kind of like they were trying to do a thing that was like, ooh, we're all so bad.
yeah.
Everybody's bad.
Oh, so bad.
But then she didn't tell anybody or something.
Yeah. she didn't tell anyone.
She forgot to tell the actors that they were bad. So they're just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Ollie. I've got my shirt off. What do you think about that?
Which leads me to my low main.
Oh.
Just like, can anybody put a shirt on at any point?
You don't like when people have shirts off?
No, but there's just no point. There were so many scenes where everyone's just naked, and you're like,
Yeah.
why? This makes I get it. They're trying to be all like erotic and whatever, but it's just like this just doesn't seem to have a function.
Yeah.
It's like I just happen to be naked at every point of the movie. It just was weird. It was kind of meandering and bizarre. Like all the conversations were just like, what? I don't like when he's walking up like basically naked in the field, and then they're like, "Better take your pants off too." I was like, "What? This is just so weird."
That's the way rich people are, man.
I missed this.
Don't you understand that they all get naked?
They all just get naked. But watch the nettles. You don't want nettles in your balls.
Nettles?
Your bollocks.
It's also a bold move to have only male frontal nudity.
Oh yeah,
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
I was surprised by that. Perplexed.
I have a low main.
Oh, please tell me.
Wait, is your low main the shirt thing?
No. No, I think it was mainly just the confusion. Like you turned to me and said, "When does the movie start?" And it did feel
absolutely.
Like that. Just like, I don't really get where they're going with this.
Let's start the movie, guys.
Yeah, it was just odd.
Let's get to the interesting scenes.
There just weren't many.
Let's get so is there going to be some intrigue? Is there going to be something happening?
Exactly.
Is the family going to be bad or good?
And they weren't even presented as like super bad. They were just kind of annoying people.
Yeah, they were just kind of boring rich people.
And then it just didn't really. It's hard for me to be that invested in this like voyeuristic, creepy guy who just listens in on conversation. It just was a little odd.
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't really get behind it. And then even the big reveal just doesn't really feel like much because you're like...
Yeah, of course he was doing that.
Yeah, it seemed kind of creepy.
It seemed like he... Yeah, at the end they reveal that he has had a secret plan to get into the thing and do the killing and that kind of thing. And a lot of the things are like, oh yes... Well, we saw him do other things that were sneaky.
Yeah.
So certainly he did those things that we didn't see him do that were sneaky because he's the guy who does sneaky things.
Yeah.
So when they revealed that some things that were sneaky that we didn't see that were him doing sneaky things, it's kind of like, well, yeah, of course.
He's a sneaky guy.
Like when Felix dies and they don't show it, you're like, well...
He did something.
He clearly killed him.
Somehow.
Or something, yeah. I mean...
And that one, I can vaguely understand why they don't connect him doing that, because they didn't know about any of the drama between them.
Sure.
But I also don't buy that Felix didn't tell anybody, because that family just tells everybody everything.
Felix would know, and definitely... What is the mixed race guy's name?
The brother, it was something weird, Frawley or something like that.
Yes,
weird.
Frawley. No, Frothy.
Farty.
Let's say Frawley.
Frawley. I think it was Frawley.
I don't think it was.
No, because that sounds like Ollie. It was something with the F. It was something weird.
Farky.
Farky.
Let's say Frawley. Ollie and Frawley.
Ollie and Frawley.
Frawley certainly knew.
Yeah.
He knew.
Had to have.
He knew. Right?
I don't get it. It was a little, and the reveal was so convenient. It was almost like, okay, this is a weird connection, but Puss in Boots does a joke bit, the first one, where they reveal like, I was always there, and like show him in places he couldn't possibly be.
Yes.
And it had a bit of that, like, so you just knew that if you punctured his bite, he would end up right where you would. It just like a lot of it was a little too convenient.
Yeah.
I was like,
and also, like, especially because I was quite bored by then.
Yeah.
That when they finally reveal that someone has done something interesting, it's like, well, you missed your chance.
Yeah.
I've already been bored now.
Yeah, we're already bored.
2 hours.
When I saw the trailer, I was like, this looks like a bunch of rich white people just being boring.
Yeah.
And bored. And it
truly was. And it's not even like there's so many things where they could just go ahead and make a kind of interesting movie. Like, if you're going to have hot people being hot, like, you can have them be sexy.
Yeah, why?
And you're like, oh, that's cool. At least these people are being sexy.
Yeah.
Rather than just being like,
yeah, Yeah, let's just sit here.
It is nice to sleep, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you watch them sleep for 30 seconds, and you go, okay, I guess
All
that's a
right.
scene.
Yeah,
They
they're
sleep.
again like the checklist thing. It was just so many like, oh wait, a shot of him with the deer horns standing in an open. Like it just felt so like check. I don't know.
It felt a lot like a trailer expansion. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, let's shoot a trailer for a movie about a guy who infiltrates this rich family.
Yes.
And then they had those like 70 shots. And they're like, how do we fit these into a movie?
We won't. But we'll call it a movie, and that'll be it.
From the Oscar-nominated director of Promising Young Woman, it's Saltburn.
Bird.
In this one, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess something. Okay, my least favorite
what
part.
was the ultimate bad thing?
There's a lot of. It's also bad because like so much of the bad is just like,
Yeah.
just like meh, pushed on top of each other
Yeah.
into a big pile. But one of the bad things for me is after Ollie finally succeeds.
Yes.
He does a nude dance through the house,
It just didn't make sense.
which is honestly fine
Yeah.
if the dance was good.
Yeah.
But it was not an interesting dance.
No, it was very
The
weird.
choreography was not very good. It was mostly just him going,
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
I'm nude, I'm nude, I spin.
And here's my penis.
Yeah,
Dun, dun,
which is
dun.
fine, but they should have gotten someone. They
What-
should have said like, "Hey, do you know of anybody who like choreographs dances? Who's like a
Yeah.
dance choreographer? That's their entire job."
Yeah.
And the person on the other end would go, "Yes, I do. I'll give you the name of 3 great people," and then they could go and they could maybe watch tape
Yeah.
of the dances
That
and
would be
go,
cool.
"Oh, this sort of style would be perfect."
Yeah, what if we did
for the
this?
scene where he's dancing nude?
It did seem like they kind of just said, just do something. Just move around.
Spin a few times.
Yeah.
And you just have to get to this point
Yeah.
where there's like another reveal, but it's not really anything.
Yeah, it's just like telling us more of what we already know.
Yeah.
Yep, he killed everybody. I mean, doesn't really seem like he killed the old guy.
I don't think he did.
Died.
Yeah, it's also a very incomplete evil scheme.
Yeah,
Like he doesn't kill Folly.
No,
That's not his name. We know that.
would
but
have been probably the biggest. It
He
makes no
definitely would have
sense that he
killed.
doesn't care that this is happening. Like
he definitely would have killed the mixed race guy because
Yeah.
the mixed race guy is his greatest foe.
yeah, he could literally be like, "You totally killed my whole family."
Yeah.
That's what I kind of wanted, like a Departed ending.
Yes.
He's doing the like naked dumb dance around, and then he gets to that main room, and you just see 2 booties.
Yes.
Frawley's there, and he just shoots him. That'd have been an
Yeah.
amazing ending.
Yeah.
That'd have been great. Not that I'm pro rich people, but I mean, I'm not pro creep either. So it's like, just shoot.
It
shoot
is. It's just a bad idea to have not one very likable character in your
No.
movie.
I will say, I never thought I'd see someone rip a breathing tube out of someone's mouth.
That was fun.
Oh shit!
That's the thing. It's
That was-
like all the
yeah.
stuff that is fun is like,
It's
oh,
yeah,
that's
wow,
fucked
that
up.
was
Whoa.
crazy, yeah,
That's fucked up, dude.
but it just together as a whole,
Yeah.
and it's definitely not one. I was like ready for it to end.
Yes.
When it got to the birthday party and all the like bright lights and
Oh
stuff, I
my
was like,
god.
and he's in some dumb, again, like music video looking suit or something, like
Yeah.
with of course naked, and it just felt so played out.
Yeah.
I was like,
It's very played out. You know what else sucked? There were a few parts. There are a few parts where they are trying to be bad but didn't quite make it to the
Yeah.
fucking dirt. There's one part where Ollie is trying to fuck Felix's sister,
oh right,
and she's like, "Oh, it's not the right time of the month." And he's like, "Oh, you think I care about that?
yeah.
I love licking
Oh yeah,
pussy
he's
blood."
like, I'm a vampire. I was like, oh boy.
It's one of those movies that keeps feeling like he's a vampire or something.
Yeah, something's up.
Like maybe it will make it worth it if it turns out that he's a vampire or
creature.
something.
Yeah.
But he's not. He's just like a guy with a a pretty dumb scheme.
Yeah.
That manages to
Somehow
work
works.
so easily.
It makes no sense. There's no investigation. Like the day after your brother, the Felix dies, the sister kills herself.
Yeah.
In the it's like a little too like.
Yeah.
And you didn't think even to. She's literally in their bathtub.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird.
No one's like, this is a weird coincidence that.
Yeah.
Okay, another bad thing. And I think honestly, this is part of Ollie's character.
Yeah.
But at the beginning, he's doing like a very Liverpudlian Beatlesy accent.
Oh right.
Which just felt so silly. Because he's supposed to be from Mersey, which is close to Liverpool and whatever. Mm-hmm. So that I think that was the point. Is he's like, oh me, I'm just a regular guy, and he's like trying to do like a kind of lower class accent, so to pretend that he's not middle class. Mm-hmm. But
it's just weird.
It's just like stupid. It's just
there's a lot where you're just like,
It's tough with a movie like this because I truly did feel so little.
I felt so little, and like, it's just weird because it seems like he's trying to say like, oh, I've just been feigning, acting like incompetent, all this stuff, but he kind of was still like he tried to do a scheme where he's getting with Felix's girlfriend at the college.
Yes,
which I guess just shows that he doesn't even know what he's about.
Yeah,
because she like turns him down because she's like, oh, you think he'll be jealous? He's like, he won't even notice, and she's like, oh, well, I'm not gonna do this.
Yeah,
so it's like he is kind of a loser in that way.
Yeah.
But then later he's like, I didn't really love him. No, I hated him. I guess they're trying to feed into that. Like, he's not really got it together. He's just kind of piecing it.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, I guess I can't say, like, obviously he's slurping gum out of a drain. Like, he's not got it all together.
I mean, maybe he does have it all together.
There was a nice moment where they cut together a bunch of shots of him kneeling. Like, he kneels.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, that was kind of nice.
Yes. It's like one of those moments of, like, thoughts.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what if we made
a movie?
Something? What if we made something out of this?
Okay.
And truly, like, you mentioned it, but there are quite a good amount of things that look cool.
Yeah, you're like, okay.
Like, some of the cemetery stuff is cool, where it's, like, these, like, dark skies, and they're in the thing. And some of, like, the sunshiny shots are quite beautiful. But it just does feel like random things, as a person who doesn't make movies and is stupid, I don't know how you make those things feel like they're of a piece.
Yeah.
But they really don't feel like they're of a piece.
Yeah.
Like,
it feels like someone went to a stock site and pulled, like, a bunch of things that don't line up together.
Yeah, wouldn't it be cool if, I don't know, what if the cemetery looked like this?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds nice.
All right, let's do it.
What if the inside looked like this, like sort of totally different?
What if we had the one guy jump on top of the other guy while he's asleep and masturbate him until he says he'll do what he wants?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
I mean, that's how it works.
That scene, I think they wanted to be really, like, interesting. Like, I feel like there's so many scenes after The Master came out where, you know, the wife is, like, jacking off the dude, showing that she has kind of the power over him. I've seen a bunch of movies put that in there.
Yeah.
Like, but they never really quite have, like, oomph to them. You're just like,
no.
This is so weird. Like,
it does seem strange.
It is odd.
Like,
yeah. I think they did that. Did they do that in The Duchess? Is that the movie? The Duchess? With that,
you mean The Favorite?
The Favorite, yeah. The
Probably.
Favorite. I think there's
No, they do. That. Yeah, there's some
a lot of
handies
scenes like that.
I think
I don't know.
I don't entirely understand the concept of like, oh, this hand job changes my mind.
It's very weird.
Like some sort of weird Jedi mind trick. Like, well, you're never gonna get the best of me. Wait a minute.
You are getting my penis.
You're getting the best of me.
But he's never fooled or convinced. It's just weird. I don't know. I didn't get the point of a lot of that.
Yeah, I think that's another one of the scenes where it's like, ooh, we are so bad.
We're bad.
Can you believe that there's men who jerk off other men?
Yeah.
Have you ever imagined such a thing?
This guy's tall. This guy's short.
Whoa.
I did like how their faces did that, like, vase face thing.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, the silhouette's kind of like a
face.
vase. That's
Vase
fun.
face.
Vase face. This season on Vase face.
And we're back on Face. This season, we're in Nashville, Tennessee. We're trying to see how many people have a face on the back of their face so that when they turn in profile, it looks like they have a head for a vase head. Or wait, no. They put two faces next to each other, and the space in between is a vase, and their faces are just faces.
Yeah.
It's a
face.
We got brand new optical illusions this week on Face.
Right after Saltburn. Keep on watching.
Keep it tuned to this channel for this new episode of Saltburn. What are they going to do up at Saltburn this week?
Who knows?
I think they're probably going to dance naked.
Yeah, probably.
But that is one of the other, ooh.
Oh.
Did you know that women have periods?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It was weird.
Have you heard of men touching men's penises? This is fucking insane.
It's out of control here.
What? Somebody call John Waters, because this lady is bad.
Yeah.
Put this on the list of the most outrageous movies in history.
Yeah, it did seem, just trying really hard to... Oh! Shock and awe.
Boo!
Yeah.
Male on male jerk off. But you can't see the hand, you can't see the penis.
That would have been an amazing twist. He's jacking him up, and then the other guy puts his hand down Oliver's face. He's like, and no, I'm in control. No, I'm in control. They're both just
and then they're using it as joysticks. They're like, whoa,
He uses them like Ratatouille to make him cook a meal.
He's cooking.
Yeah.
And there's another scene that makes no fucking sense. So Ollie's having breakfast, and he's middle class, so he has no idea what they do for breakfast. You order eggs from the kitchen, and you eat the rest of the breakfast from the side.
Yeah.
Dummy.
Which was odd, because it's if they're this rich, though, wouldn't that be you would assume that would be no, they wouldn't grab their own food. That was odd. But maybe that is the way. I don't know.
But he orders eggs over-easy or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then
eggs.
they come out, and the yolk is runny.
Yeah.
And then he sends it back, and he says sorry, and that's it.
That's the scene. It's very weird.
Does anything else happen?
No, there's 50 scenes like that where you're like, okay, why did we see that?
Ooh, look out in this scene. He's going to be very bad.
Yeah.
He's going to send the eggs back.
Or him at that dinner table, and he's talking to the rich black lady. It just was what is the point of this? It just seemed pointless so much.
Yeah. I think maybe they were wouldn't it be nice if there was a black lady in this movie?
Yeah, put her in there.
And then the other people in the room were like, do you want to write a scene?
Yeah.
And Emerald Fennell was just placing your fingers together going, write a scene. Never.
Never.
We'll just have them at a table and they'll say stuff.
Mm-hmm. And Oliver will look around. More looking. Keep looking around.
And now karaoke.
It just was odd.
I don't want to talk about this movie anymore.
No, I'm done with it. I don't think I'll ever think about it again.
It sucked pretty bad.
It's just not a good time.
It is.
To be
It is
honest.
tough. We've said this 1 million times, but sometimes it's worse when a movie is nothing than when it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie was
I agree.
quite nothing.
It was quite nothing, very confusing.
Yeah.
Not as fun as Cats was.
No.
And I've actually watched Cats again.
Yeah, it's a great time.
I've seen it 3 times.
Great
in my
time.
life.
I've seen it twice.
That's pretty good. I'm gotta make it to 9 in honor of the cats.
Of the lives.
The lives of the cats.
This is to all the lives lost by valiant cats.
Valiant cats.
On this episode of Valiant Cats, we're back in Nashville, Tennessee with some pretty awesome POW MIA cats. They're back from Vietnam. They made it out alive, and they're ready to cook you some food. They're going to cook you. They make sandwiches, grilled sandwiches. This week on Saltburn. Also, they just all were like, Saltburn.
Oh, darling.
Everybody just, like, once a scene.
Too much.
Maybe 3 or 4 times a scene goes, Saltburn.
It's almost like a Monty Python bit, but like not funny or like
not
played really seriously.
Yeah.
It's just like, at that point, it's just so absurd, like him wheeling Rosamund Pike in a wheelchair. It's like, how did he get this far? It makes... Literally.
No.
I just happened to be in the place where she's getting these cookies on my laptop, and it looks so out of place. Like, it just was like so... Anyway, we're not talking about this dumbass movie anymore.
Fuck you, Saltburn.
It's not good. Don't see it. No, or go see it, and we won't have a good time.
Go see it with, like... If you see it with 10 friends, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
And you just laugh...
A row of 10.
You just laugh at everything that sucks or is boring.
Yeah.
You'll have a great time.
You'll have a great time.
On this week's episode of Panda Express presents Express Yourself About the Movies This Week, we've got a theme song.
Ding dong ding da ding da ding 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 dong da ding da ding 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 dong 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 da dong da dong 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 ding ding ding. We got some... Oh, God, I fucked that up. Time for the Panda Express. Got some things to express about the things we watched this week.
We watched other movies other than Saltburn this week. What did you watch?
Would you like to know?
Please.
I watched...
I know what I watched.
Okay.
Stratagem.
The live... It's the length of a movie. The live... show from Alan Partridge.
Oh. Wait.
It's on Amazon Prime.
Is that when he's...
I think.
It's like singing and sort of stand up?
Yeah, he's in like white suit.
It's really good.
Yeah, it was fun.
Really
like
fucking good.
Steve Jobs. He said if Steve Jobs and Jesus were one, that's what he was going for. And he's got like all these like weird silhouette dancers. It's really
good.
It was a good time.
It's really
I liked
funny.
it. And it made me happy. I went, oh, I love seeing him.
If you are a Alan Partridge fan, tweet at us at Food Court Cast. Let us know. Mm-hmm. And we're thinking of watching Napoleon. I haven't said my movie yet. We're thinking about watching Napoleon, and we're also thinking of watching Dream Scenario.
Please.
If any of those or either of those tempt you, tweet at us at Food Court Cast. Follow us on Instagram, all those things.
All of it.
Like, subscribe, share.
Now.
But what I watched this week was a few movies, one of which was Pacific Heights.
Oh.
Starring Matthew Modine.
Oh.
Melanie Griffith.
Oh.
And Michael Keaton.
Oh.
In a sort of film noir kind of movie. Melanie Griffith and Matthew Modine just bought a beautiful new house. And they have a new renter in the house. He seems nice, but he's not.
He ain't nice, folks.
His name's Michael Keaton, and he's fucking insane. On this week's episode of Pacific Heights. But that's basically what it is.
Yeah, it sounds
cool. And it's
I've
good.
never seen
It's
it.
fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
All right.
It's not great.
Yeah, just fine.
But it is just fun. Stuff happens.
Stuff happening is good.
They decided to put things in almost every scene.
That's awesome.
It was
like the story was moving.
Yes,
that's cool.
Yeah, I
like that.
More and more things happen. They lead towards it's rising action. And then there's up at the top. There's a denouement.
Ooh.
Wait, is the denouement at the top or is the denouement the falling action?
I don't know.
I don't remember. Tweet at us if you remember what the denouement is. And that's what I watched. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
If you are thinking of going to see Saltburn, instead watch Stratagem.
Yes.
Or Pacific Heights.
Pacific Heights, and you'll have a much better time with either of them.
And let us know. While you're on your computer or on your phone, tweet at us at Food Court Cast. Follow us on all the things. And you know what? It's been such a pleasure doing this podcast with you.
Such a delight.
It's been so wonderful.
I can't wait to see the next film and talk about it with you.
I can't wait to see it with you either. On behalf behalf of Michael Hampton.
Behest of Sean Parrott.
My name, of course, once again, is Saltburn Parrot.
And I'm Saltburn Michael.
That's Saltburn Michael. And I wish to say to you and yours, bon appetit.